And nearly 4 months after the Paris terror attacks, French lawmakers are set to approve a law to beef up intelligence gathering. The government says it's needed to take account of changes in communications technology, but critics say the new law will erode civil liberties. Covering the story for us is James Andre. He joins me now from the National Assembly. James, lawmakers weren't given much time to debate this bill, were they?
No, they weren't actually, and of course it is quite an important bill. It's only going through both chambers of parliament once, which is not how it is usually done. It really is a law that's been ushered through quite quickly by the government, and the President François Hollande said that he would use the Constitutional Council to getting through if ever there was a problem, but it does appear that it will be voted at a large majority here today. So what are we talking about? We're talking about phone tapping, we're talking about the use of IMSI catchers, which are these devices which suck up all the data in a given perimeter from every electronic device around. We are talking about black boxes being set up, so-called black boxes being set up at the internet providers here in France, and that we use algorithms to go through what people are watching on the internet or looking at, the contacts they're making, and using those algorithms to try and detect potential jihadists. And of course, well, as you were saying, it's being quite controversial with the civil liberty groups.
Yes, and it seems their biggest concern is that the new surveillance powers won't only be used on terror suspects.
No, indeed, there is quite a wide base of people who could be concerned by this surveillance. For example, it can be used in order to monitor people who are a threat to the major interests of France on the economic or scientific areas, for example. So we're clearly talking about espionage here, or, for example, the fact of monitoring organized groups of people who might cause problems in public areas. So that potentially means, like, for example, political activists who want to organize a protest. So that, of course, is a big problem for the civil liberty groups, who are very wary of the fact that you do not need the authorization from a judge in order to monitor people anymore. It will go through a commission, on the board of which there are some judges, there are some members of parliament, but they consider that is not enough security, that is not a sufficient watchdog for such an important surveillance program.